everybody.
Hi.
All right. Welcome to the Let's Talk Show. And I am Lashonda Lee, your host, and I have a special guest co-host today, beautiful Suzette, Kelley.
Hello.
And Miko, with Miko Products today. And I have beautiful Kendra Jackson. All right, ladies.
Hey.
You got anything to say about your weekend, about your Thanksgiving? How was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, it was good. It was good, you know. It was awesome. It was amazing, you know, with family and friends and just enjoying it.
Nothing else like family and friends. You go, Miko.
That is such. Thanksgiving was really cool. My brother moved into a new spot, so I got to go and visit, and I cooked, and then he cooked as well, and so we got to see my nieces and nephews, and yeah, it was a good day. I enjoyed myself.
Good.
Kendra.
I had a good time. I was kind of tired from all the cooking.
Yeah. Okay.
But then I did eventually spend time with family and had like 3 extra days off of work. So that was
Wow,
nice.
I know you like that.
Oh, I loved it. Yeah.
Well, one thing you guys got to know, this is our 14th show.
Right.
Our last show of our season. We made it. Thanks to Cmac and the beautiful studios here and all their help and support. We made it.
Yes.
So we'll start off next month doing season 2, and we have a lot of surprises for you guys.
Yes, yes.
Okay, ladies, are y'all ready for some SIZZLE?
Yeah.
All right. Woo. Let's see.
Get SIZZLE. Yes, yes.
All right.
Yes.
Guess what's going on in the world today? Well, we have a new book. One of the Republicans wrote a new book, and her name is Liz Cheney. Let's check it out.
All right.
In our politics lead, former Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney of Wyoming delivering a devastating portrait of the Republican Party and former President Donald Trump. It's part of her new memoir due out next week. It's called Oath and Honor. CNN exclusively obtained a copy of the book, and CNN special correspondent Jamie Gangel is here with all the juicy details. And Jamie, you tell me that Liz Cheney does not hold back.
She does not. She names names. She has emails, text messages. I think the book is extraordinary because it goes behind the scenes. And for the first time, you're hearing details about her Republican colleagues, about the Republican Party, and really their cowardice is the word she uses in their support of Donald Trump. And here's just from one excerpt of the book. She says, Donald Trump cannot succeed alone. He depends upon enablers and collaborators. Every American should understand what his enablers in Congress and in the leadership of the Republican Party were willing to do to help Trump seize power in the months after he lost the 2020 presidential election, and what he continues to do to this day. Jake, look, the book is unflinching. You get personal conversations, Republican meetings. There is a revelation about she was on January 4th, by accident, a White House, a Trump surrogates call that she describes where she hears just the stark, specific planning for January 6th.
You know what? I know it was a long clip, but I wanted that clip played that way because we need to see what's really going on. The book, she's telling what actually happened, where other people are not saying what happened. And this is so important to our democracy. Don't you think that, Kendra?
I do. I do think that. I just think she's a little, well, because in the beginning, she really had a lot of support for this man, you know, and he was doing a lot of things before the January 6th thing. It's just that she felt in her heart he went too far then. I felt he went too far a long time ago. But she felt he went too far this time. So she felt like she wanted to do something about it, which is okay. It's better late than never. But a lot of them, this is not news to me because I knew a lot of them knew more and they're just not saying anything. Now she putting them on blast and it's important that we know. And like I said, the people will speak like they spoke last time. Last year, they'll speak like they said, he knew, he's saying he didn't know, just all that. But time will tell. Time will be it's the snitch to tell everything.
And I think, too, because here's the truth. Okay, what? I mean, you're only writing a book because y'all thought that Donald Trump was going to be on y'all side. Y'all thought Donald Trump was going to give y'all the world. Y'all thought Donald Trump y'all thought he was going to be different. Okay, if he's going to be on this side, he's going to be on this side. Donald Trump ain't on neither one. Not no side, but his side.
Okay.
That's what it is.
His side.
At the end of the day. So now you're writing a book about it. I mean, so to me, it don't mean nothing. Like, you're not, you know what I'm saying? It's irrelevant to me. We all know Donald Trump. We all know what he's doing. Y'all know it. But y'all mad because he ain't on your side, and that's the side he was supposed to be on. Let's get it clear. You know, at the end of the day.
True.
I concur in the relevancy of the book, in the essence that the center point is all about power. You said they were all worried about him losing his power. And from the first successful crop of cotton in this country, we have become the most powerful nation in the world. And so the position of president to be the most powerful man, to have the most wealthiest kingdom, and to be the king sitting on the biggest hill of the world. They've been scrambling in the White House. There's been scandal in the White House. We just live in an era now to where it can openly be talked about, and people think that,
we got social media
with
now,
social media, so
there's
there's not so much fear of someone being harmed,
Right.
and so y'all been playing in our face. Y'all been dirty, so it's nothing new. And like you said, Trump is about himself. He's not for anybody but his money.
Right, but they didn't think that. They didn't know that.
But see, he a real P.
Right. Yeah.
Donald Trump is a real player of this game.
He is.
The United States is a capitalistic country.
It's not a game, though.
It is a game. Making that money.
I don't like calling it. Making money is ways
It's a chessboard game.
Okay, but I wouldn't categorize. You're dealing with people's lives, though.
They don't care about. They don't look at people's lives.
You can't have one side. You can't be all for a certain area or a certain set of people and not for the poor. You can't be for just the rich.
Yes, you can.
The middle, well, you leaving the middle class to take care of everybody.
Yes, you can.
No, and that's why we messed up now.
Power is not based on humanity.
No.
I have to be a realist and look at where I'm really at. And if I look at the dynamics of this country and how it was built, the spirit in which it was built upon, the men really study these men. Andrew Jackson was a scoundrel. George Washington was a scandal. The way that this country, even though,
like you said, this
human nature,
social media now is certain things that
technology
people are able to
doesn't take
see
a
now.
side. Technology cannot replace humanity.
You can't be playing around with it, because I don't think it's a game, because it's really not a joke. If he get back in there, we'll be in some real trouble, and it's not going to be funny.
But do you think that Donald Trump cares about the poor?
No,
he don't.
No, not at all.
She's
That's what I'm saying.
Some poor people that think it, though. It's some poor people that believe that. It was like, at least he did take care of us poor folks. Like, and some people in that mindset still.
But the thing that she's saying is, Donald Trump is just really particularly for himself.
Right.
When she means by power, he has the power. That's why he was the president in the first place, because all these rich donors, all these rich people got behind him because they wanted to actually use him as a puppet to get the rich richer and the poor poor.
Because they looked at it like he don't know politics. But Donald Trump told y'all on Donahue in the 80s, he said anybody can be the president of the United States of America if you got enough money. So if it's about you having money, if it's about these particular, if politics, if power was based on humanity, then all the men that have ran the civilizations throughout the chronicles of time would have not have these poor people, desolate mothers, orphans. Nothing is new under the sun. Technology cannot replace human nature, and the human nature nature of power. Power requires one to strategize outside of humanity. And unfortunately, people become what is considered collateral damage. And so if it wasn't so, then why is it that there's children of the same age in the same city can be less than 5 miles apart from each other, and one school will get one set of books and another school will get one set of books. One school will get fed lunch, and the lunch will be at a best temperature, and the fruit and everything will be at the peak of its ripeness, and this school will be getting, the milk will be getting ready to expire the day before. The experience I had at Manchester was totally different than the kids that I lived on the west side with that went to Manchester, I went to King, Lincoln, Bethune, Carver, Columbia. So see, yes, it was the humanity of those poor kids on the west side that was set aside, and benign neglect that allowed Fresno Unified School District to funnel money into other schools. And I'm just breaking power down to just even a local
well, he
level.
was in power for 4 years and he lost it. So, and then he lost his mind. So he didn't have power
He
no
never
more.
was in his right mind.
Short-lived. It was very short-lived.
He never was in his right mind. If you was expecting him to move on a legislative motion, then
if we're
you
not
was
careful
confused
and
on
people
who he
don't start
was.
voting, because like I said, the people put him in. I'm not rich and I don't know where all this money floating around to, but the people put him in and the people took him out. So I don't know if that was about money or not.
Well, actuality, he's still in power to me because they're still giving him high. Every single state has him winning. So people are still trying to get him back in power. And you are right. If we don't do something and we don't make it known and let people know how important it is for us to get out there and to vote, we're going to be in trouble.
Do we need to focus on voting, or maybe do we need to shift and look at cultivating a candidate that we can put our money behind that can really foster votes? Because see, when it gets to a point to where you're choosing between the lesser of two evils, see, my vote, my mom and daddy didn't do what they did, and and your mama and daddy and your grandparents, they didn't do what they did for their votes just to be given, just to say I voted and get a sticker. My vote is a piece of power, and I need to flex that power. So I need to see what is your legislative history. I can honestly say that Biden doesn't deserve my vote based on his legislative history since the 1970s, because he's a career politician.
You can say that about all of them.
You can say that about all of them. And I'm that type of person that reads I read the proposals. I read the propositions. I look at your legislative history. I look at your voting history on the Senate floor, on the congressional floor. If it's the House of Representatives, if it's the state of California State Assembly, we have to look at those things, and we have to see where there's lack, and we have to cultivate candidates out of our own community and put our money behind them.
You can put your money, and you can do that, and it's going to be two people. That's what it's going to come down to, and each person has their right to figure out inside of them which one they want to vote for.
Right.
Neither, if one says, oh, this one I'm not going to vote for because this one, whatever it is. If Biden says, don't compare me to the almighty, compare me to the alternative. And that, if it's them two, in my own heart and mind, it will not be Trump.
Of course not.
So that's just how I feel about that. Because all the candidates that they got lined up now are all behind Trump. They all said they'll still support him, even if he wins.
Neither one of them deserve my vote.
So what is it?
Right.
But
like she said, we have to get a candidate that we can be behind, put our money behind, and stick with. But it's no one in these days and times that we're living in since the Trump era, that's standing up and speaking out. You know, that's why we have a talk show.
It's going to take time for us to cultivate that person.
And we need a decade. Democrats are really talking up on it. They're not really speaking out they're not very, and I'm a Democrat, but I'm really kind of upset with them. They're not coming out and saying, they're not being very, telling it like this, like we're telling it. It seemed like, we got to get it from different places. Why are they not on TV talking like this? All we talking about is Trump and his negativity and what he got going on and all his troubles.
What about and another thing, I think that's going to be very important, too. We have Nikki Haley. She's alternative. But it's a lot of things she's not. She was behind him with, too. So she switches. A lot of them switches like the light bulb.
Right, and I don't know why they just don't all get behind him, since they'll do that.
Because they want the power themselves.
Right.
maybe they could be even taking a chance. Because the same way he lucked up on it, I just may be able to luck up. And right now, black men are the prime vote to go after to try to sway.
Yeah.
Because
the black vote is very important.
The black vote, and black men especially, because black women have been dedicated to Democrats without reading one piece of legislation written by them. Black women, we have become programmed to follow that. People will claim to be a Democrat without even knowing what Democrats are doing. Tell me right now, what are the Democrats doing with their money? See, the Republicans have had that represent. They've been having this whole concept. The Democrats are taking care of poor people that don't even be that.
Well,
they taking care of poor people that's coming over here.
If everybody paid their share.
I'd rather my tax money go to homeless veterans in the United States than
I don't even really look. I'm okay with helping the poor. I'm okay with helping the poor. I have no problem with my tax money helping somebody that's less fortunate, because you don't know nobody's story.
Right.
But I know that rich and wealthy people, billionaires, pay no taxes. Until everybody start paying their share, I don't want to hear nothing about where my money going.
But the Democrats are in office right now, and they're holding power right now, and they won't even address such an issue.
They do address that. I know that AOC
if they address it, then why are they not taking their votes and pushing the legislation through? Because they have enough of them to do it by themselves.
Education. No, they don't. No, they don't. I'm sure if Biden by himself could say, hey, let's start making the rich pay taxes. I'm sure if he could say that and snap his finger, he can't do that. We don't have a king.
Not by himself,
but that's true. But that's true. Let me tell you something. We have a lot to talk about. Season 2 is going to be seriously about voting. The different things that we need to do and learn about with voting and what propositions to pass. We want to know about the people who's on there that we're just marking. But we ran out of time with that particular subject, which was wonderful talking with you guys again about it. And the second SIZZLE topic is George Floyd. Murderer got attacked in prison. Let's see what happened.
Well, Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis police officer convicted of murdering George Floyd in 2020, was seriously injured after being stabbed at the federal prison in Arizona, where he is incarcerated. Maggie Vespa has all the details on this story. Hey, Maggie, good morning.
Hey, Savannah, good morning. Yeah, while officials say Chauvin, who is serving both state and federal sentences, is expected to survive this attack, there are a lot of questions this morning as to how exactly this could have happened. And that being said, a quick warning, some of the information and some of the images in this story may be disturbing. This morning, former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin hospitalized after Chauvin, convicted of murdering George Floyd, was stabbed inside a medium security federal prison in Tucson, Arizona.
We are adjourned.
Chauvin was seriously injured but is expected to survive, a law enforcement source tells NBC News. The stabbing took place around 12:30 p.m. Friday, according to the Federal Bureau of Prisons, and required life-saving measures before Chauvin was rushed to the hospital. It's unclear what happened and who stabbed him.
Interesting. Wow. Ooh. That must have hurt.
Yeah. Badly. Yeah, it hurt.
It's not funny.
Do life-saving methods to help him out.
Well,
we just gonna drink it. Okay, who's going
I don't wish no harm on nobody, but you put yourself in that situation. You put yourself in that situation.
What was Newton's law? For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Yes.
The Bible do say you reap what you sow.
Glory be to God.
My thing with
It's not that we're saying we're happy that happened to him, because we would like for them to do something to help him a little bit more than George Floyd got the help that he had. At least he has somebody to step up to help him, because George Floyd didn't have anybody to step up and help him.
And I want to remind everybody, he looked mighty comfortable leaning on George Foreman's neck.
Yes, he
didn't look like distraught. He was very comfortable. So what got me with this is his family was like, oh, this is never to happen again, and going after the warden of the prison, and just, I'm like, really? You guys are very upset, you know? But this is prison. And you know when they say don't nobody know, and ain't nobody gonna say nothing either.
Right.
And then so this better be the last time. He got about another 50, 60 years. It's probably gonna happen again.
Yes, it is.
I'm just saying. You know, next time, you know, choose better. Do your job instead of doing extra and won't all that. What you say, power?
At least he made it.
Yeah.
You know, he could have been like Dahmer.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least he made it.
You know, he made it. You know. I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to be careful in them prisons, right?
I'm
you do?
surprised
When you
his
kiss-
brothers didn't stand up for him and protect him.
What brothers?
You know.
Them brothers?
Yeah.
Who's
The ones that
the ones that watch?
probably need a little change to do it, but he probably didn't have the money.
The ones that watch?
They just watch him.
Yeah, believe it.
All right, you guys.
All right.
We're going to come back after we take this break.
Yes, definitely.
All right, welcome back to the Let's Talk Show. And it's something that we really want to express to you guys. That's been going on these last couple of months.
Yeah.
And it's about our children.
Yes.
Please watch your children.
Yes.
Suzette, Kelley has a story she would like to share with you.
So I was told that it was this family, a mother, father, and a child, and they were in Mexico. And they decided that they wanted to get some tacos. So they got the baby out the car seat, sat him on the little table, and they went to go get the tacos. When they left, when they turned around after they got the tacos, the child was gone. They called the police, and they looked, and the police like, okay, we can't find your child. You need to go home. And they were like, no, we're not going home. We need to look. But finally, they had to go home. So on the way home, when you're going to check out to see if you're taking anything from their country, they looked to the side and they saw their child in a truck. So the father got out of the truck and went and told the police, like, that's my child, that's my child. They stopped the truck. The man was like, the kids are asleep. And they was like, that's my child. Found out that the child was dead. And it was 2 more children. There was 3 kids in there. They all were passed away dead. And the sad part about it is that they killed them and they put drugs in their body. So they were trying to bring them over to our town, to our city, whatever, and sell the drugs. So please, please watch your children. Watch, because there's some heartless people out there. They do not care. They're trying anything and everything to get this money, however they're trying to do it. And so I just want you to watch your children.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is
Kendra,
terrible.
you have anything to say?
That is terrible. You know, it's been a long time, you know, this going on, and people are not just, I think, I talked to you, Shonda, about that, like, people just have inside demons that they live with. And it's unfortunate that other people who are just kind of okay and getting through life how we can have to be the wrath at the end of that demons that they possess in themselves.
Yes.
True.
And that is just unfortunate. You know,
Yes.
it's really not too much you can say about that. It's just that's what we're fighting against.
That's what we are.
Evil.
We are.
We're just
We are.
fighting against evil, and not mental illness.
Right.
Evil.
Right.
Yes.
Okay?
Right.
Miko?
It puts me in the mindset of the worship of Molech, you know, which was the sacrifice of children. You know, and we're sacrificing children on so many different levels. And like you say, it's not mental health. This is a spiritual warfare. You know, when you come after children, they're so palatable, they're so open and so new and so clean and so pure. And so when you touch into that, you gotta be deeply dark inside for you to harm a child.
Yes.
A child and an elderly person, they're so vulnerable and so defenseless that you have to have a black soul
You do.
Yeah.
to harm
You
them.
do.
And so to kill a child and to gut a child, I mean, think about that. Now you cutting this child, you got to split them down, you got to split
got a lot to
them.
do.
And
You got a lot
then,
of
you know,
stuff
you got to
put
take all
involved in
that
that.
stuff
Yeah.
out, take all their insides out, you know, and then there go that the human factor. We've gotten so far away from the human factor and the human connection and understanding how we are all interconnected in some form or fashion and we affect each other in some way. So please watch over your children, especially this holiday season, because, you know, people have become, you know, our grandmothers used to tell us that as the last days winded on up, that evil was going to wind up. The pressing, that pressing. They kept talking to us about that wine press and the pressing. And it seems that people are bold with their vulgarity and their debauchery nowadays. People are bold with their nastiness. Like the nastier I can talk to people, the badder person I am. You know, the more I can tear somebody. We don't want to edify. We want to tear down. And so watch your children, please, because people,
just slow down. Because we get so caught up, you know, especially with Christmas coming, and we so want to go get that for the kid, and the kid, it's just, we just need to slow down. Nothing's more important than your kids.
Nothing is more important.
Just slow down.
Yes.
Slow down.
Please do. Slow down. Pay attention. Women, you pay attention too when you're going. Stay off your phones if you've got a lot of gifts and stuff. Pay attention.
Pay attention.
Because they will get you. And they will get your child.
And if you see something odd, don't be scared to say something. Ain't nothing wrong with asking a question. Even if you find out that you was wrong, it's all on how you approach that person, that situation. But if something look odd, follow your first instinct.
Please.
You know, even if you just keep an eye on something, you know.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
So we will do that this holiday season, right?
Yes.
Everybody, be safe.
Be safe.
Look out for your fellow man and woman.
Especially these Christmas programs coming up, all these parties, and you know, we got to be careful. We got to be
super careful, okay? But this is the part we've been waiting for. We have the beautiful Miko back. She came back to share with us all her new stuff. I told her to bring some candles this time. So tell us about the stuff. Here's one called Big Mama's Sweet Potato Pie.
And it smells delicious.
Look at this. Let me see.
Oh my God.
It's sweet potato-ish too. It smells delicious.
I love it.
So thank you, Shonda, for inviting me to come back to the show. I had an awesome time last time. Kendra was here. Now, Suzette, you're new, but you're just a doll. Sometimes you're Betty Boo so much. You got to.
I told her she had about 1,000 looks. She has about 1,000 looks.
And so I'm Tamiko Stennis. I'm just an overall creative, and so I love making things, and just being on this whole natural journey that I've been on the last 12 years of my life. I use so much of my own stuff, like just stripping away so many chemicals and just trying to live off of the earth as much as possible, because I believe that everything we need to thrive and survive is right here on this earth. And there's nothing that man can make with chemicals that's better than what God has already given us. Remember last time I was here, I was telling you guys that the reason why, when I decided I was going to make some soap, I went and did some research on where soap came from, who made it, and all that good stuff. And so with African black soap, it's a hot processed soap, and you make it with potash. And I should have bought some potash because I got some. But potash is basically cocoa pods and shade tree bark, and so you use that as your lye base. And then I also use a sodium-based caustic acid as well to make the lye. And then I add some turmeric to it, but whatever particular additives that you want to add, whatever herbs you want to add, botanical items you want to add, like essential oils for different properties. You know, like if you tell me you have psoriasis or you're having dry skin in different areas, or maybe you have some hyperpigmentation, African black soap, this is the first soap. And so this soap is so awesome. You can clean your whole body. Like I've washed my hair with it, my face from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. You can take a chunk of this and you can make soap to wash your dishes with, your walls, your floors. You can make a base with this, and you can use to make laundry soap. Like, our ancestors were so intelligent, you know, and so with those women making that soap and spreading throughout the world, cleanliness is a wonderful thing. You shouldn't want to be dirty and musty. Ain't nothing wrong with smelling good. And there's nothing wrong with pampering yourself.
Right.
And so wait, hold on, because I was thinking about something. Like I use like the little pods they got. It seemed like back in the olden days, like I said, like you said, the ancestor days, they would put like a piece of this probably and do laundry. You know? But then now we have these pods now, Tide pods. Same kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's just,
I think they're biting a little bit.
So we got a coconut milk soap, and so this soap is based off of coconut milk, and I just love the way that it makes my skin feel. And so nature is luxury. Like there's nothing more luxurious than the natural botanical effects that we get out of what grows out of the earth. And so we have some lip balm that I brought like last time, and it's just some shea butter and beeswax.
My favorite.
This one I did add some cocoa, so we got some real cocoa, give you a little taste with that. We got some jojoba oil and a couple of drops of black seed oil in there because, you know, wintertime, you want to seal the lips, keep them moisturized and whatnot.
Yes, to get dry.
And then, of course, we got some lip gloss, and so we got some new colors, and so we got our hooker red, and we got Baba Bow. We got our Sugar Mama.
Sugar Mama.
We got our Naked. And then we have our Bubble Gum. And of course, you gotta have you a clear one. And so we use natural micas, and we got some grapeseed oil and some jojoba oil and vitamin E to, you know, get your lips all nice and kissable and whatnot.
Okay.
Date night.
Every flavor.
Yeah, and you know, self-care is very important.
Yes,
you know,
it is.
taking that time to take you a bath. You know, I understand that we have to take our showers and whatnot. If you're gonna take a shower, so what if you're in there for 30 to 45 minutes? It just shut everybody else off. You know what I'm saying? Like, light you a candle. You know, we have our Sonora Twilight because California is so beautiful, and I love the Sierra Range. You know, I love going up there and just smelling the fresh air, and it's something about being in nature. It just is like, makes me feel like I'm the closest to God.
real soft.
And Sonora is so beautiful, so that's a picture that I took up in Sonora, and so I decided to name a candle after Sonora.
It is a soft, beautiful smell.
Yeah. So light you a candle, you know what I'm saying? Take you a good bath. And then like even for the guys, like I sold out of my women's, but I have my hem, and so hem is and they're all shea butter based soaps. And so they got shea butter, coconut milk, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, and castor oil inside. And so that one smells good. I'll let you guys all smell all of those earlier. And then we have wax melts, and so wax melts are cool because you might not want to burn a candle at that time, or you might want to save your candle, and you might, you can take these and just sit these in the room, like in your bathroom, and it can like get your bathroom smelling good.
So it's like an air freshener, and like with the heat and moisture.
It is. You know, they got those little warmers you can get at Walmart. They even have them for like $7. And so you get a basic little warmer, sit it in the corner by an outlet, throw this bad boy up in there. And what's cool is you can reburn them a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? And they just like go and flood and just have the room smelling nice and fresh. And so,
Okay, all right. Well, you know what? I appreciate you coming back and sharing with us.
I'm sorry. I got one more thing. I got two more things to share. I'm sorry. Let me go fast. So we got a shea butter and African black soap, and that's good for all body use. This one is really good for your face, though.
Okay, so this one is different from it. Let me see it.
That one's a little bit different. And then in that jar down there that you have, that is going to be a whipped African black soap with turmeric in it, in that clear jar. So that's a whipped facial soap right there. So that's going to be for an intense cleansing, you know, and so that's going going to help treat acne and blemishes, and it's a deep pore cleansing. And then we have my hair cream, and so that is roots.
This is hair cream?
That is hair cream. So that's shea butter with olive oil and coconut oil and avocado oil, and then the herbs that you see in there. If you take a look and open it up, so those herbs that you see in there, it's kind of like KFC with 11 herbs and spices. So we have horsetail, we have lemon balm, we have rosemary, we have nettle root, we have burdock root, we're gonna have some chamomile and some lavender and some rose, and so that's like my power punch. We have some fenugreek powder up in there, and so that's what I use on my hair. And so that's the hair cream that I use on my hair, and this is all me, just whatever is crazy right now. And then I have a hair serum down there. And so, like in the little bottle. Yeah. And so that right there, take a look. If you shake the bottle and look in the light, you'll see your herbs flirting around up in there. And so the same herbs that I use inside of the inside of the hair cream, I put that in my hair oil as well. And so that's what I use to massage on my scalps and massage on my edges and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because
this is awesome.
Yeah.
You did all this?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to call you Professor Tamiko.
Thank you.
This is wonderful for you to do this. You know we're gonna have to have you back on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, the beginning of the year. Because we need to keep being reminded of self-care.
Yes. Yeah.
You know?
And I would love to focus more on self-care and share some more self-care information. Maybe next time we can talk about yoni steaming, because I make yoni steam bags as well.
Okay.
So we can talk about yoni steaming and getting that thing together.
Yes.
Man, that's going to be wonderful. Thank you so much for coming back. We enjoyed having you again.
Thank you, ladies. You guys are so sweet. I just greatly appreciate you guys welcoming me.
Oh, okay. We have a, we'll be right back, but we have a sports segment coming up because it's going to be a new sports segment for next season. But before we do that, we're going to be talking about we're going to be doing our next season. We're going to start it off at West Fresno Elementary School because we're going to be doing a tribute to what?
Hi, Christmas program.
Yes, yes, it's back after 25 years. It's back.
Yes.
So the kids is going to have the toys.
I used to be in those talent shows.
Yeah, I did too. I was singing.
I was about 8, 7.
Yes. It's going to be December the 16th, Saturday, December the 16th at West Fresno Elementary School. We're going to be doing some raffles. Sister got some bikes and some skateboards. We got television. We have pot sets, brand new pot sets, microwaves, dishes, silverware, air fryers, gift cards. And we have wonderful toys for all the children, and everything is free. Yeah. So when we say a raffle, we mean free.
Right.
And guess what else we have? 4 big boxes of Christmas dinner food that we're going to be raffling off.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
Yes, so this is going to be wonderful. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll see you when we get right back. Okay, welcome back, everyone. We're going to get ready to say goodbye, but before we do, I wanted Tamiko to share with us how you can get some of these wonderful products that she just showed and share with us all.
Okay, everyone. So you can, my website goes live on Friday, December the 1st, and so it's bymiko.com. That's BYMIKO.com. And you can find me on Instagram at _MadeByMiko. You also can find me on TikTok at Made by Miko, and then you can also find me on Facebook at Made by Miko.
All right.
Okay, and remember to follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. Let's Talk DM Entertainment. So you can follow us, and we be here every single week. We will be working on our season 2. So our first segment that we're going to have is next month, Saturday, December the 16th, at that wonderful tribute to the Edward Tucker's Christmas program. It's going to be live. If you want to come, you better come early, because if you want to get in, you're going to have to come early, because I'm sure it's going to be a lot of people coming because of the toys and entertainment, fashion show, and talent show. Okay? They got a lot in store for everybody. We love you. And we're excited about season 2. Just wait. Just wait.
Just wait.
All right. See you later. Thank you for tuning in.